Growing up in the public school system, I'd say it's a pretty common experience to watch your fellow peers fall into their respective niches. I mean, there's the super athletic kids who love to go Super Saiyan during dodgeball and are fueled by the screams of opponents and that oh so nostalgic. Or the music and theater kids who have never felt the knees weak, arms are heavy, knowing everyone's eyes are directly on you and the only internal monologue happening is going something like. As for me, the category I would label myself as would be the art kid type, where I spent the majority of my time doodling on papers and creating personas and OCs to avoid socialization. At least with people I didn't know. Now, growing up as an art kid, I know that there's very specific shared experiences that would only resonate amongst other art kids, so to any of the artsy type watching this, I sympathize with you. Growing up, I tended to be a little more on the reserve side, and although I had my little friend group, most of the times I was in classes with people I didn't know, so it would always be really funny when a group project would come up and immediately my mind would be like, holy shit, I'm so cooked. But as soon as there was any mention of a drawing element, no joke, my view would look like this. Any other day of the year, and I assure you 99% of the people in my class could not tell you my name. And honestly, I liked it that way, because it usually worked out to where my group mates would insist on me doing the visuals and them doing all the actual work and research, so I'll just be in my little corner doodling. Another staple of being the art kid is being able to recite a couple specific phrases word for word, bar for bar. Starting with, I can only draw a stick figure. Now, if you're watching this and you're like, I've done that, don't feel too bad, it's funny. But the thing about this is that almost everyone starts out that way. I started out drawing out stick figures, and the worst part is that my mom, being the very sweet and supportive person she is, hung them very proudly on the fridge for years, and so for the past decade, every time I walked by, they've haunted me. So all I'm saying is, we all start somewhere, and if your somewhere is with sticks and circles, then so be it. Every time you practice, you get a little bit better, and you just gotta put in the time and patience with yourself. Sorry, that got a little serious. The other phrase I hear a lot is, can you draw me? And I swear to God, as soon as somebody says this, my mind is immediately like, okay, if I say no, I might hurt their feelings. Sad. But if I say yes, and then I draw them, and it looks bad, then that low-key might be worse. The easiest solution I found to this is just drawing them in the most simplistic, cute way possible, and that strat hasn't failed me yet. Being the artsy type, I was always really drawn to art classes, and admittedly was a little bit of a sweat when it came down to arts and crafts. For example, on occasion, we got to build with clay, and for this specific project, we were requested to make just a small animal. Well, younger me heard this and was like, I'm gonna outdo the doer and I'm gonna make a gargoyle. I spent days hunched over this earth, masterfully honing in on my skills to make a mediocre gargoyle. And if you're wondering where it is, it exploded in the kiln. I was pretty fortunate to grow up in a district that funded and supported the art department, and they would regularly hold a couple of art contests. And on the rare occasion when my projects didn't explode, my teacher would submit my art along with a couple other students into the contest. But the thing is that she never told us, so the couple of times that I placed, it would always be a little surprise. Back in elementary, I always used to try to get to school early to play Pokemon and trade cards with people, and I remember this one time an announcement came on and was like, you have won in the art contest, please come get your certificate and reward. And I was just like, they're talking to me? Hey everyone, Hi everyone, I hope you enjoyed the video. I know it took like a year and a half to come out, but I promise that is not gonna happen again. I already have the next stuff working, and it should be out soon, so I hope to see you guys all on the next one, and continue to stay warm and keep being safe. Alright, love you, bye.